Welcome to Smart Talk with Harvey Hughes. Today, Harvey is speaking with Tim Miller, the safety coordinator for Fayetteville Public Schools, discussing today's school safety environment.
So tell us some of the struggles that you have with implementing a district-wide school safety assessment, gap analysis, and action plan.
The biggest need that I have is efficiency. This last week, we've had SROs go through, and again, I have to kind of spot check. I can't do all 15,000. Are they all wearing IDs? But I'll spot check and have them do 10 out of 10 and give me some data from what schools need, what trainings, that kind of thing. I want to make sure that all sub plans are prepared and have emergency preparedness in their sub plans. I want to make sure all the front office knows what procedures, emergency management procedures that they have and they're aware of. Fire maps, make sure those were shared with, or floor plan maps, make sure they're shared with emergency management, fire, police, that kind of stuff. Again, it's one of those that shouldn't happen very often, but we need data to be able to go to our uppers and say, this is what needs to happen.
If you identify a deficiency in your district's culture, policy and procedures, and school safety, and you wanted to implement training to address it, where would you find that training?
Where I'm lacking is finding resources in that positive climate. Now, some of that is political culture with the state and being able to say this or that, or, what's SEL, what's not SEL, and everybody's kind of tiptoeing around that right now. You did say, the threat assessment team, but also back to some of that data, who's trained and by whom?
Can you share your insights on what steps can be taken to bridge the gap between schools and the available resources, such as counseling and therapies?
The communication, the partnership with local law enforcement, if there's some way to track that. They have resources that we don't have. Some of their response teams, some of their crisis intervention teams. And that's another area where everybody's lacking in school safety is even if we were to do a threat assessment, what resources are out there? Counseling, therapies, that kind of stuff. How do we connect the schools with those things?
And that's not the end of the story. Not only understanding what resources are available, but how to activate those resources. So when you have access to the data, which we're good at, then you can evaluate that data, align it to the resources, and then activation can really move the needle.
That's awesome. I'll tell you that one of the big things that we've got right now is the state says that we have to do that the site assessment every 3 years. Of course, it's all starting for everybody right now. It could get very, very cumbersome. 2 days to do a campus, 16 campuses. That's over a month. I don't have time to do that and do my regular job.
Since you have so many campuses, what if we developed a digital spreadsheet with only the relevant assessment questions, for example, on an iPad, so that you can immediately validate the assessment results, build a gap analysis, and then you establish a corrective action plan in a calm moment? Would that help you get this task done efficiently and effectively?
That was the question I was going to have. Even if we worked it down to a worksheet, if there was a way to, and I don't know the technology side of this, but if I had a site safety team and I say it was 6 members, I sent 3 on the interior and 3 on the exterior, and that they were able to merge that document, merge that worksheet.
Yep.
Where just by efficiency standards, we're able to get it done much quicker.
Here's another collaboration between districts and the CJI is that if the group said, hey, we would really like to have more training in this area, and you don't offer it, I guarantee you they would come up with that training somehow, some way, because that's what I think their mission is to be a resource to you for that. What we're trying to do is trying to say, you got a tough job. You had a tough job before you took this tough job. Now you got 2 tough jobs. What can we do to help? But we are coachable. If you can tell us what's good for everybody, we're on it. My agenda is pure, and that is, and I'll tell you what it is. If I can help you and your cooperative, then we can get other parts of the state involved in these same answers, and then they can use it. And then to make our facilities safe. and then get the idea out of your head that, not that it's in yours, but an assessment every 3 years it means nothing. I mean, it's just it's a measuring stick in time, and after 3 years, the measuring stick will be so far-fetched.
Thank you again for being a part of the SmartTalk community. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep the conversation alive. Please like, subscribe, and enable notifications for our latest updates.